All right, hello and welcome back everybody to Let's Play 35 plus years of Advanced Squad Leader. And no, this is not a board game for ants. This is merely some fun times we're gonna hopefully enjoy. Um, Now, why I say that is because I don't want to say discovered, um, but I went looking through some of my purchases. I realized that I had this scenario lying around, and I thought that the cards would be a lot bigger or whatever. Anyways, long story short, they fit the sleeves and protectors I have, so we're gonna play it and hopefully enjoy it and have some fun. Now, what is this scenario exactly? This scenario is, excuse me, from LFT's deluxe pack. So I think it's like 8 to 12 scenarios, all deluxe scenarios. They have custom, like their own set of deluxe maps. So a lot of fun to be had if you enjoy deluxe scenarios. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, 12. Okay. Um, so yeah, I think it shows what, seven? Yeah, 7 new boards, 12 scenarios. It's pretty cool. And you can get the boards on Vassal really easily. Like they're all already there. So as long as you have the scenario cards, that's really the limiting factor, I guess, if you're trying to play this. Now, because this is kind of going back in time here, we are back in September. Got a little bit of German versus Polish action here. And this one starts with some wonkiness, so I do have to explain some rules. And hopefully that will sufficiently explain the behavior that's going to happen. So, this scenario, as mentioned, takes place in September. We have Germans versus Polish. Now, the Germans have, because it's deluxe boards, it's very small maps. You're only, it's basically half of the size of a regular board, but it's the same overall physical size. So, A through O, and you only have 5 hexes, top to bottom or vertically, I guess. Now, the Germans in this scenario are the attackers. The Polish are the ones defending, as one can imagine. The Germans in this scenario are coming from off board and have to exit, which isn't the worst thing in the world because it's a small map, so you don't have to run too much. However, very importantly, the Germans have um, to get in as convoy, and convoy has its own special rules and a lot of reasons to potentially be maybe not necessarily happy about that as a development. So we're gonna put down some snipers here. I also should probably get some turn markers. That would be very handy. Um, set sides. Let's do German, Polish. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And get a phase wheel going. All right. So the special scenario rules to this scenario. The EC is moderate, so no wind at start. The stream on the upper board does not exist. It's basically just minus level -1 open ground, so treat it as gullies essentially. I tried to modify the board, but I don't think anybody's ever made a modified board for this. Because it's a custom board, or a third-party board, I should say, it doesn't have the usual that you would normally find, which is that someone going through the trouble of recoloring or making the necessary changes for certain maps, like as an example, either removing orchards or doing transformations those ways, having the hill be removed so that it's just the same color as G4 from F3, as an example, that sort of thing. Kindling is not allowed, though honestly, I don't know why you would ever want to do that. German units entering use convoy movement and must remain in convoy until a German unit has a line of sight to a known, very important, known enemy unit or is subject to an IFT slash 2-hit dice roll. Contrary to E10.12 and E11.3, vehicles in convoy and ammo vehicles retain their standard PP capacity. I think convoy, there's a restriction or something on what units can be in where and all that. So convoys, uh, because there's two of them. There's one that relates to an ammo truck for the SSR. So we're not going to worry about that right now. Other thing to mention is that a lot of half squads. So there's not much importance put on infantry in this one. It's really more about the vehicles surviving and moving along. Now, the Polish elite and first line MMCs, including half squads, have assault fire capability. Polish broken side morale is 1 higher than shown, and 1 Polish squad equivalent, and any support weapons single man counter stacked with it may set up using HIP, so invisible for a little bit. A 2-lane stone bridge exists in hex D3H3. So essentially, the crossing the water, which in this case is a level -1, which would be a gully. I don't think I'm gonna go that way, but you get it. Oh no! Please tell me that's. No, I think I have that correct. Wait a minute. No, I have that correct. Okay, yeah. Man, sometimes the boards, when you look at them on the mini map or whatever they show you, you kind of, for a second there, I thought I'd screwed that up. But I didn't. Essentially, H3 has a bridge, and why it was confusing me is because, well, again, like why would you have? I don't think vehicles are gonna go into into O1 or whatever on the upper board, but never know, I guess. And lastly, neither side may recombine half squads into squads until turn 2. I don't think that's really going to matter or be important, but you never know, I guess. Both sides have 2 leaders, so they've got somebody to work that stuff out. So, convoys, very important here. Composition. A convoy consists of 2 or more motorized vehicles placed contiguously, 1 per hex, such that a continuous line is formed without a gap between lead and rear vehicles. However, the random occurrence of such relative positions during the course of a scenario does not invoke convoy rules, nor can a convoy be voluntarily created during a scenario. Essentially, convoys only by special scenario rule. You can't just declare you have a convoy. It's also because, if memory serves me correctly, convoys are penalized in a lot of actions, so there's no reason for you to voluntarily, in a combat situation, turn into a convoy. That just doesn't make sense. I think movies and whatnot probably get the best attitude of that, where you get ambushed, you're not expecting anything to happen. Now, movement. A convoy is considered a multi-hex stack, so it's basically like a platoon. A convoy vehicle must pay 1 extra movement point per hex entered, so everybody is just moving slower or consuming more movement, I guess, per hex. You can't use half road rate for road movement, so no matter what, you're paying 2. That's basically the norm on a road. You can't overrun while part of a convoy, etc. If there's gaps, you have to close them, or you become 2 different convoys. I don't think that's really going to happen here, but anyways. You stay in motion as if you're 1 unit. You're blah 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 blah. Basically, losing convoy movement, it's through being attacked, which, again, the special scenario rule covers that, so we don't have to worry about that too much. And yeah, essentially, the one way to break all that is getting shot at. So, the important part here is that The German victory condition is that they win immediately by exiting 4 or more vehicles off of the north edge. North is pointing to the right, and everybody comes in off of the same hex on the same board. So not only do the Poles have to set up within 4 hexes of the northern edge, which is very limiting, the Germans can only enter through 1 hex. And frankly speaking, there's not much of a reason to ever go anywhere else. I suppose you could go off of the road, but I don't know. That seems just like a very weird decision. So we're gonna play it out as fast and loose as makes sense for a convoy. So with that said, I think the maximum, yeah, the trucks have a maximum movement here that's pretty neat. If I check the terrain rules here, they shouldn't have anything crazy for terrain on roads for trucks. Road. Where is road? Yeah, 1. So everybody's going to pay 2, essentially, which means that the limiting factor is the tanks, not the trucks. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 in motion. They cannot do anything but that. So these guys are in there, these guys are here, etc., etc. Yeah, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. I don't really have a reason. I don't think I'm allowed to use any sort of increases to movement, so I'm not going to bother. And you get a second convoy of units that move in afterwards. And they're just going to do a more simplified 2, 4, 6, or at least 7, I think, to overstack and have it be like this. Now, defensive fire phase, I could potentially shoot as the Poles, but honestly, there's not much of a reason to do that. It's way better to save your hip status, your concealed status, and get some movement out of it. It's actually not something I was really thinking about, to be honest. So, you can get, even though you're not really well set up, you can kind of get some positive out of that. So, there's nothing that the Germans can do in terms of advance because they're all still in their trucks. Turn 1 for the Poles. I guess I should roll. There we go. So, no weather change either way. I should probably also start a log file because that's going to be very handy afterwards. Yeah, so Polish turn 1. They have no rally phase. They're not going to do any prep fire. I'm actually not going to do I want to do anything with these guys? I guess I could assault move both of these boys and maybe get these guys at it. You know what? They're fine there. I don't need to move them. I could potentially move these guys. That's probably worthwhile. Now, could anybody see them? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, they wouldn't be invisible. Well, you know what? I'll do regular movements, or sorry, assault move into L2, and then I'll just slow roll that. That's not a big deal. The Germans are stuck in convoy. I don't think I'm allowed to shoot, and I'm in motion, so there's not much of a point anyways. They would just have such a hard time hitting anything. In the advanced phase, actually, you know what? I'm gonna make this a little bit smarter. I'm gonna do that. And then the guys in L2 with K2, and that is it for advanced phase. CC phase, nothing. Turn 2 for the Germans. I'm realizing I probably should have done one extra thing, but well. Yeah, I'll live and I'll learn if it turns out to be a deciding factor. So in the rally phase, as again, there's nothing that happens. Prep fire phase, nothing can happen. So we go to movement. In movement, take off from motion counter. Now I have to exit 4 vehicles off of the northern edge. I believe, I'm actually not sure if you have to go a specific route. Yeah, I don't see anything that says you have to go a specific way. I think that's more by SSR or whatnot. So, yeah. So, we will do the only thing that makes the most sense here. So, starting with the group in front, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10, and I think that's where I will start opening fire on everybody and seeing what happens here. So as everybody gets into their 10th movement point spent, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, yeah. I need to figure out who I want to shoot with first. So I think what I'm going to do is half squad in F3 is going to take a shot at G4. There is, I believe, a 2 for moving. So it's not going to blow up the vehicle, which is unfortunate. But I am only shooting on a 4 IFT anyways. So with the +2, that is going to be a miss, sadly. The half squad in E3 is going to try and commit the same sin against the truck in E4. They will not get anything whatsoever. The mortar team is going to reveal itself, and the mortar will shoot, I believe it can shoot at the guys in F4. I'll also put down some counters here just so I remember who I shot at here. So mortar is going to try and hit F4. There's a +2 that's 8. I don't believe there's a size modifier. Yeah, I think that's just barely a miss, which is very unfortunate. So those guys, I do have rate of fire, and they would have cost 2, so I'll take a second shot. Nothing, all right. Let's put a counter there, and now I got some unfortunate, tough decisions here to make. So I think first and foremost, so I'm gonna reveal the crew with an AT rifle, and they will shoot at the tank in D4. Because I need to try and blow it up. I'm going to zoom in a little bit here because, frankly speaking, I don't think, outside of these guys, don't have to worry about them too much. Also, I can do this. So ATR against the Panzer II-A in the front to hit. That is a hit, barely, but that is a hit. No rate of fire. And unfortunately, the round just kind of glances off the vehicle. I will try and shoot with the half squad in C4 to try and do something against the vehicle. No. All right. Okay. I didn't expect to be doing this, but Tankette in M5 is going to shoot 20 millimeter long against the tank in D4. That should be a hit. So there's +2, +1 for being button up. That tank needs to be button up as well to shoot. So +3 overall brings it to a 9. Small size brings it to a 10. So yeah, I'm just on the edge there. It will be a hit. 20L is a 6. Range is 2, so there's a +1. So the 2 kill number is 7. But unfortunately, the armor being 1 is going to negate that. And I don't get any effect from the shot. Like, I don't get a stun or anything like that, which is very unfortunate. So if I take this tank in C4 and I also try to shoot, and I do... I'm going to try and affect the crew. There is a +2. I believe there might be a +4 total, because moving. Let me see here. Yeah, I want to make sure I'm not messing this up here. So where would I find this? So first off, so if I was shooting, that would be, if I'm just counting armor, that'd be a 7, so it'd be a pintash check. So let's just roll pintash check. They're fine. All right, and then it doesn't matter for anything else. I'm not gonna bother checking other stuff. Well, that's kind of a bummer. I wasn't really expecting to not get anything whatsoever. So if I'm... So I guess the thing here that I'm not 100% sure. So since I'm now out of... So I got 10 movement points, and I'm not in a convoy anymore. This convoy also gets disbanded as well. I don't have to move as a group anymore. Okay. How do we do this now? So this vehicle is going to button up and stop, expending 11. So that's his movement done. Actually, they could. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna jump everybody out. I believe that causes them to take a 2. It might be a 2 down 2. So, half squad crew. What's a 1 on 2? It's a KIA. Well, okay, well, crew's gone. We're here. And another down 2 pintash check. So, crew takes pintash check. They're fine. I'm just gonna move this here, because they would have stopped for 11 and then disembarked for 25. These guys didn't get shot at. They will stop and disembark. I will take a subsequent, because I really need this, and I didn't get it, which sucks. And then I will also stop and disembark. So down 2, that's a 4 on 2. So it's a 1 round check for the guy on top. That is a K1 afterwards, and another 1 check. Okay, so 1 check, he's fine. 1 check, he's fine. Actually, he's a K, so he's dead. So I'll just use the 1 check on the last guy, so he's fine as well. Cool. Not exactly what I was kind of expecting. And then the tank in H3 is going to button up, and I have 5 movement points I can use with them. So I'll do 2, 4, and then stop for 5. So that's his 15. And then meanwhile, in the back here, this is an ammo truck. Because it only makes, to me, it makes sense to only have the guy way in the back be that. So armored car is going to do half, 1, 1.5, 2. A 2.5. 3. No, that would be like 4.5, and then he'll just stop because there's no point for him to really go further. Truck here is gonna go. I'll just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Stop for 7. Unload. And then armored car in the back. We'll just make it this easy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 12, and then stop for 13. Yeah, I think that makes the most sense. Defensive fire phase, I mean, everybody's shot. I guess I can final fire with these guys as a 2 flat against the infantry. Nothing happens. These guys, there's just not enough firepower for it to matter. No shots. These guys don't have shots. No and no. Yeah, alright. Advanced fire phase, honestly, I don't think I really have any. I guess that's not technically true. I could do the infantry here. So, infantry, how do I want to do this? I think I'll just do... I'm going to try this stack in F4 first. So that's a 6 up 1. 7 on 6 is a normal morale check against the guys in F3. They will ELR and break. So that's fun. I might as well try and shoot with the guys in G4. So it's 5.5 with it. I think it's just 5 up 2. Nope, because they'll cower. I'm pretty sure it's nothing. These guys probably don't have a shot. I don't want to shoot with any of the vehicles because I really don't think there's anything that they can do, or that would be likely for them to do. Take off all the counters as we're in route phase. In route, actually, damn, I didn't think about this. This guy's he becomes a prisoner, and the Germans are just going to declare no quarter. Because there's no point for me to take prisoners. In a scenario like this, I don't think I really care for it. I think under other circumstances, like a bigger scenario, maybe against somebody else, I would take prisoners, but we're playing a little fast and loose here. So that guy's eliminated for failure to route because can't go to E3, can't go to F2. They're both adjacent to German units. So advanced phase... I will do this. You guys can go in. Actually, you know what? I'll just toss everybody in there because that won't overstack them. These guys can go here to watch this road. Oh, you know what? I kind of feel like a doofus now. But then again, I don't think it would have changed much if I had gone here for 1.5 and then 2.5. 4.5. Yeah, I could have probably gotten into... definitely into J5. I feel dumb. Because that's a gully and not water. Oh, well. I mean, at least, like, I am able to get into here without much issue, but still. Is there any other advance? No, not really. We go to CC phase. There is one CC. So ambush, Germans, then Poles, no ambush. It is a 3-2 versus the Poles, and then I'll do 2-1 against the crew, and that I'm pretty sure will do nothing because 8 on a 3-2, pretty sure that's, yeah, no, they need 6, so nobody's the victor there. I don't think the 2-1, yeah, 2-1 needs a 7. Cool. So that happened. We go to Polish turn 2. Weather, no change. And we go to prep fire. Prep fire is going to be a bit of a problem here. Because I really need some success. I'm going to have the mortar shoot at F3. It is. Oh, you know what? I forgot. I needed to do. I need to combine. I think I can only recombine one squad. So I'm gonna have this guy grow, and this guy goes over here. I'll just delete him. I think you can only recombine one squad with a leader. Recombine. It's to be or recom. Oh, I can do as many as I want. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I'll do that as well. So I'll form two squads. Now, it's not invalidating the mortar shot, so the mortar does hit. Though it is a very, very dinky mortar, so that's not going to do anything. They do have rate, so I'll shoot again. I will get a second hit. Ooh, there's actually, there'd be hindrance on that one, actually. So the first one would have hit, but the second one, that's a +2 hindrance on a -1, 8. No, okay, that still hits. 15? Nope, because that'll get a +2. 2 hit, another hit. I guess technically, no, that's not multiple hit. A dud. I'll try to fish for. I guess yeah, I'm really just trying to. Oh no, wait. No, yeah, I am getting all my rates. Okay, well, still nothing. Let's try one last time. Yeah, okay. Okay, so I really need a Hail Mary here. ATR, tank, D4. That is gonna hit. That is not gonna kill. Because ATR is a 5? Yeah, ATR is a 5. It's not a special ATR whatsoever. It also, ATR does not fit into multiple hits, I don't think, unless there's a caliber on it, which unfortunately there isn't. So it would be a 5 increased to a 7, but the armor shakes that off. And then, you know what? It might count as direct fire. So let's task check them. They're fine. God damn it. Okay. I don't have any other shots I can do with the ATR. 20 millimeter tank against tank hit. I think this is the same problem as last time. 28L is a 6 armor, all that sort of stuff. It's still not going to be enough, and I don't get rate of fire on that. And then, you know, I might as well just try machine gun hit, but I don't think that's going to be a kill. Vehicle machine gun is a 4. To kill is a 5. Range will increase it to a 6. That will equal. Does cause a stun? Is there anything I'm missing here? If the 2 kill is 5. Oh, yeah, no, I think that is that. It will stun. Okay, so at least the threat from that tank is, you know, doesn't exist for now, I guess. That's it for prep fire. Movement, I'm going to have the guys do the smart thing now, which is 1, 3, 4. They will lose concealment. And I'm going to have to wait till the advance because, yeah. The squad or half squad and leader are going to assault move to C3. Well, nobody could shoot at them, so I guess I'll do 2, 4. They can't get shot at, I don't think. So they'll go there. I need to reinforce that CC essentially. Hope for the best. Defensive fire phase. In the defensive fire phase, I will have the tank in F4 is going to shoot at the tankette in M5. That will not hit because the tankette is double small. They do have acquisition. I don't think I was counting that for the other guy, but I don't think it really matters. I don't think I missed, so that wasn't really what was at stake here. Okay. So that's defensive. CMG, I really can't do much with CMGs. I mean, I can do... no, everybody's stopped. It's not really worth it for them to do it. I could do a... What is that? 7, 6, 13, up 2? No. I don't break the machine gun, which is nice. But that's about all I can do on the German side of things. So, yeah. That's it for that. Routes, none. Advances, gonna have this reinforce. I really don't have anything else I can do. These guys, do I want both of them? I guess I'll just have both of them go in. Doesn't really matter. Or at least I don't feel like it really matters. And that's gonna be it, really. This will flip over. We go to CC phase. So in the CC phase, it's now 5-3, so 3-2. Unless I want to target anybody specific. You know what? I'm going to go against the halves. No, wait, no. I need to, yeah, I'm going to go to 3-2. The Germans will do a 1-1 against the half squad with the leader. So 3-2 for the Poles, and 1-1. The Poles are successful, so these guys will die. Unfortunate. Melee goes away, and we go to German turn 3. Now, the problem here is I really don't know how the Germans don't win this. Yeah, I think, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. The record makes a lot of sense for this one. So, turn 3, we do weather. There's no change. Rally phase, there's no actions to take. Yeah, there's nothing for me to do. We go to prep fire. In the prep fire phase, I will have the tank in D4 is going to fire its machine gun exclusively at guys in C5. It's a 10 up 2. 8 on 10 should be a normal morale check, so I will do mortar first. It's fine. ATR is pinned. That sucks. Is he fine? Yeah, he's fine. Unless 8 on 10 is a 1 check, but no. Okay, that's 8 on 11. Cool. Now that he's done that shot, he's going to shoot tank gun at the double small tankette. Misses. He will get acquisition for that, so important to note, I guess. Tank in F4 is going to keep shooting at the guy in M5. I guess, do I have... No, I have to... Yeah, I have to shoot at him. I don't want to lose acquisition. So, take a shot. Double small plus button up is a +3, but I do get a -1 for acquisition. It's the only thing that's saving me there. 2 kill on a 20L. 2 kill is a 6. 20L is a 6 normally. There is a +1 for range, and there's a +1 for armor on the tank yet for a hull. If it was the turret, it wouldn't be armored. Yeah. Now that's a problem because so if the 20L 2 kill is a 7, so that's equal. It is direct fire, so that's going to immobilize. All right. That's not really anything they care about. I don't have rate of fire. That will get flipped, and this goes to prep fire. Okay. So I have armored car in G3 shoot a 10 up 2 against, or sorry, it would be a 5 up 2. I don't know why I'm saying 10 up 2. They won't get anything anyways, so that's fine. Group in F3 is going to try and blast the guys in E3. That is a, what is I said 13 last time? Yeah, 13 goes up to 26 up 1. 9 on 26 is bad. 2 morale check. Leader first. Pins. Break and break. Nobody ELRs. All right. So break, break. These guys are spent. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah. Okay. So movement phase. In the movement phase, I'm going to have truck number 1 start for 1. I don't want to give up the mortar, so I'm not going to shoot the mortar at him. I think I'm going to wait. So this guy is now moving. So he paid 1 to start. I'll go in here for 3 total. Actually, I think it's 4. Because road plus if there's another guy in there and overstacking and all that. So I think it's 4 to get into D4. I might as well do Tankette shooting at him. It's doubled to a 4. That is not enough to do anything to the vehicle. I think I need an equal vehicle. Is there anything here for... I'm pretty sure it has to be equal. Versus... Why doesn't it say here? Is it really in fire attacks? Oh, come on, really? Fire attacks. Where is... If it's under, if it's equal, if... Yeah, okay. So it has to be equal to immobilize. It's not. It's 1 over. So that counts as their shot. I don't want to use it for this, but I think I have to. ATR is going to try and shoot at the truck. And no. So that's their shot. Mortar, I want to save it for the infantry. So I think I got to let this go. So that was 4. This will be 7. Yeah, I think it's 7. 8, 9 off board. So that's an exit VP right there. Next truck. Yeah, I might have to. God, I hate that. Okay, so next truck starts for 1, 2, 5. As I get there, Tankette is going to shoot at him instead. It is a hit. Does that... Am I supposed to do... I'm forgetting about 2 hits on unarmored. Oh, right. I think it's... I think the 2 kill is... It might be on the HE table? Man, I so rarely ever shoot at trucks with tanks, so I have to look this up. I'm sorry, people. I gotta refresh my brain here. Unarmored vehicle destruction table. Where's that? Where's that? Unarmored. If... Oh, okay. No, I guess you... Huh. If it's the TK number, or if... Okay, I think I get it. Yeah, alright. So the 2 kill, I guess you would just treat it as 0 armor. So if 20L is a 6, there's no armor, but range would increase that by 1, so it would equal. which means on the unarmored it is immobilized. So this guy is immobilized, which that's, you know, that's pretty good. Did I get rate of fire? I did not. So that guy is first fired. Okay, that's a little, it raises his spirits a little bit, but truck in G5 is going to start for 1. Goes to F4 for 4, I believe. The units in F5 are just going to unload on them. So it is an 8 firepower, 8 on 8. That is not enough. I've been 1 over the entire time. That sucks. Okay, well, that vehicle gets to go scot-free. So it is at 4. It's going to go off into the grass for, I believe it might be 4 open ground. Yeah, 4. So that is 8 total. 12 is there. Can you go into brush? Yeah, 6. I don't believe they do. Yeah, they don't do bog or anything. So they'll get to D5. I'm going to intensive fire the tankette. Cool. That eliminates the main armament as well, which that means they are automatically recalled. And I think that's going to be game at that point, because this guy's there for 12. He goes into, I guess technically I could bypass. I could bypass for, no, you know what? I don't want to suffer any CC reaction fire. So he goes there for, I believe 19, because he's paying the extra 1, I believe. Or maybe not, because it's an opposing vehicle. So yeah, it gets there for 18, 22, 26. I'm in motion 26 there. Cool. Armored car in G4 is going to start for 1, and then kind of do the same idea here. I don't really need to go anywhere else. So there for 4. Armored car open ground is, it's gotta be the same. Yeah, 3. Okay, so 4, 7, 10, 14, 14, 17, 20, and then off board for 23. And then the truck in the back here is going to start for 1, 2, 6. Does grain do anything for him? I don't believe, yeah, there's no bog check or anything. It's just 5. So it was 2, 6, 11, 16, 21, 25, 26, and then in motion, because it can't, you know, I'll just spend the rest to stay in motion. These guys have shot, so it doesn't really matter. These guys will just 1, 3, 5. Defensive mortar is going to keep attempting to try and break that. That is a hit. No effect. Rate. Hit. No effect. Okay. No effect. No effect. Hit. No effect. Alright, cool. I don't know why I'm getting so much rate of fire on that mortar, but whatever. Yeah, that's pretty much all I can do. Advanced fire phase. Do I need to advance fire phase? No. Not really. Nope. Routes. So these 2 guys are dead, essentially. It's nothing that, they can't go anywhere without remaining adjacent. Probably helps if I do this. Is there anything else in the route phase? I don't think so. Advances, I mean, you probably figured it out already. Although, I'm going to leave the... You know what? I'm going to leave the squad leader there. Um, I'll just throw these guys, why not? And then I can recombine them in the next turn. So that's fun. I can't do... There's no other advances for me to do, really. CC phase, there's one. Ambush, Germans, Poles. They've got a pinned guy, so that there's no ambush possible. Or there's no ambush that occurs, I guess is what I should say. The Germans have 9 to 1. So 8 to 1. They get it. There's nothing... The only thing that I guess the Polish leader could do is I could go after the squad, the half squad with the LMG. That has... Well, it has the leader... Oh, wait, no. I'm halved. So the only thing I could do would be a 1 to 8 or a 1 to 6, I think. If I'm against... Because this leader would be with this squad. So if I do... I could do 1 to 4 against that guy? No. Alright. Well, good talk. That happened, and yeah, okay. So turn 3 for the Poles. Weather, no change. Pin comes off. Rally phase, I mean, the only thing that's going to happen is the Germans get one squad reconstituted. I can't merge these guys because they're different qualities. Prep fire, mortar is going to try and get something here. No. Well, it's a hit, but no effect. ATR is going to try and tag the tank. That is a hit, not a kill, so nothing happens. And I guess I'll try the same with the tankette. That is a hit. Does that kill? Machine gun is 4. That's bumped 2 for the distance, so it goes up to a 6. The tank is already has or has 1 armor, so that's going to equal, which on a AFD on the for a machine gun, that's another stun. So those guys are stunned a second time, which just means they're under automatic recall, which I'll have to brush up on what that means, because it might mean that this tank has to turn around and go that way, which would kind of suck, but that's it really. And I suppose, yeah, there's nobody open top. I can't really... There's no reason to have these guys chase and go after anybody else. Most I could really do would be like a 4-up-3. Nope, I'm off by 1. Damn. All right. Well, yeah, I think this scenario might just be over. If I go to movement phase, this guy has to start... Or no, he's immobilized. How does that work if he's immobilized and no... I guess he's just... You might abandon, or you just can't do anything with him? I don't know how that works, and I'm not going to check. Defense fire phase, I mean... This guy can't do anything. He's going to get recalled, so it doesn't matter. And there we go. That guy can't do anything. I mean, I might as well just shoot. Hit. 6 on the 20. Is that going to be another... Wait, did I hit... I hit hull again. Range is going to increase that by 1. Yeah, it's going to be the exact same thing as before. Alright, and you can't double immobilize. I didn't get rates. And... whatever. Nothing else really matters on that. I can do... these guys... We'll shoot 7-up-1. Nope. And these guys will do 11-up-2. 6 on 11. Definitely like a 2 check. That's a 1 check. All right, whatever. We'll just take off preps at this point. Leader first. Uh, 1 check. Yeah, he breaks. I guess we'll go with the 237 and the other guys. So this guy pins and this guy breaks. And I think that's it. We go to advanced fire phase. There's none. Routes. I mean, this guy can just go there. Advances. I mean, even if it advanced the guy with the ATR into here, I don't think it matters. His position isn't really in jeopardy either. Like, I don't think he has to go anywhere. Yeah, I just don't think there's anything I can really do. Like, I guess technically I could have this guy try to do a pintash check to get through. Passes it, so gets there. So maybe. But I don't know if that even... No, I already have 2 trucks that are basically off board. CC just for the hell of it, because why not? Let's see if I can at least get a kill here. So half squad. There's no ambush as far as I'm aware. Yeah, because there's no, it's not concealed or anything. So it's just a half squad. Half squad has a value of 3, so I need a 3. Nope. All right, cool. And then the tank is going to have, you know what? I don't know if you combine those two. If you do, that's a 4-1. That'll be an elimination. All right, I tried. And then we get to turn 4 for the Germans. And then no matter what, this truck gets off board, so he's there for free. And this guy, same idea, bypass for 8, I believe, because you're doubling open ground, which is 4, then 12, 16 off board for 20. And that's not accounting for any potential with this armored car or this tank. Yeah, getting either, because the armored car could most likely get off the bottom, and you know that's 5 vehicles no matter what. But still, I think that is sufficient enough to say that it's game. Unfortunately, the scenario is very biased for the Germans, and I did not realize that until I went to Scenario Archive to confirm the boards here. It's 11-3 for the Germans versus the Poles, which I 100% believe is true, because I mean the Poles don't really get too much. The tankette, the 20L tankette, is really what you need to kind of go on a rampage. The ATR is very nice to supplement that, and unfortunately, I think it's just kind of a shame that so one of the SSRs is that the one German truck, which is secretly recorded by the German player as an ammo truck, and if it's hit and the IFT die is a 6, it blows up and it's counted as a 150 millimeter HE attack. So it's, you know, there's a lot of fun that you can have with that, but because the Germans are the ones to declare it, and it's convoy movement, so nobody's overstacked. It's a fun thing that can happen, but it's not one that necessarily affects the game. I guess in a way you could look at it as there's a reason for your half squads to just shoot at every truck a lot, because if you get that 6, you do blow up a truck for free, essentially. And if in this case in D4, if that was an ammo vehicle and it blew up, it could potentially take out the tank with it. So, you know, I can see there being, you know, concepts of an effect, but gameplay wise, I don't know if it necessarily comes up too often. Just gonna go over some other reviews or AARs of this scenario, and then final thoughts here before I take off. So someone said, a cracking little scenario. We had great fun with all sorts of going ons, overruns, hand-to-hand versus trucks, sniper tracks versus trucks, which I don't think I triggered a single sniper, because I don't think I rolled a snake eyes. I was a bit impetuous. I think is what they meant to say, and tried to rush off and lost as it ran out of vehicles to exit, but thoroughly enjoyable and well worth a replay. Another great game went down to the wire with the last remaining truck exiting on the last turn. Once again, good stuff happening. Mouthing weapons, hand-to-hand versus trucks, really worth playing. Okay, yeah, so this guy's essentially played the same scenario twice. Polish wiped out quickly. Mortar Bork on first shot. That sucks. Concealed TKS with 20L was burned on Snake Eyes from a moving German tank. Ouch. Polish should probably wait until turn 2 to attack. I agree. I think that's the way to do it. Mistake let the German break convoy on turn 1 as they were able to skirt the east edge to get off German turn 3. That sucks. Yeah, just, again, go down here. German won this on turn 3. I suspect the Poles will need to keep the Germans restricted to movement, convoy movement beyond turn 1 to have any hopes of holding them off. Attack too early and the Germans are free to break off and take an alternate, less defended route towards the northern exit. Yeah, I think that's the only way to do it, really. I think you have to wait until turn 2. Polish turn 2 to get anything done. Because if you the most that you can do is get to I3, or I think it was J3, I think 2 4 6 8 10 12 14, so you can get to I3. So yeah, like you have a potential shot from a TKS or an ATR somewhere, but you can only again set up in as far as the D or L hex rows on this side, so you don't really have a lot of visibility. At the very least, you know, you can hide a bunch of guys in the buildings, which is probably what I should have done. You can assault move on turn 1 and then advance, so turn 2 you're ready for shenanigans. But the other problem is that you're just short on units and movement. I guess maybe getting the ATR into J4, like if you're in an L4, go K4 J4 and get into I5. You have line of sight on, you know, preventing the Germans from going across the bridge, because I would imagine that's another big factor is you go across the bridge, you bypass, and then you're, you know, home free going into O1 because of line of sight blockage. Not to mention all the hindrance and that sort of shenanigans. So I think yeah, I think the Polish just have to wait until turn 2, which is a little, it's not too boring because it's a very short scenario and not a lot of units. So there's that to consider. I definitely, I think this is worth playing several times just to try and get the hang of it. But yeah, probably give the Poles the balance there where it says add 1237 and an ATR to the Polish OOB. I think that's the way to go. There is an option select here in this scenario, so you can choose either a 127 crew and an ATR or 237 with an LMG. I don't see why you would ever want the LMG outside of, I guess, like pinning down the German infantry, or maybe having an easier time shooting at the truck that is, you know, quote unquote out of range. It's the only way I really see that happening. So yeah, anyways, that was Spoiled Afternoon. I hope you all enjoyed. Should be back with a scenario on Saturday, so I hope to see you then. And I've mentioned it before, I believe. I heard back from Rob. They're doing they are recovering. So, you know, well wishes as always to you and yours, Rob. I hope to hear back from you when we can start having games again on Monday. But until further notice, it'll still be solo nights. So I will see you by myself next week alone, unless something changes, and there should be a game on Saturday. So I hope to see you then. Have a lovely week everybody. Bye.